Welcome, everyone. Long time no see. If you're listening, long time no hear. I am TT. He's the QB. And let's begin episode 1 for 2021 of Ben Passed on Target. Ben, how you been?
I've been pretty good. Just chilling.
As you do. All right, so let's get started with the first big deal. A brief recap, I think, of our team seasons from last year. As you see on screen now, I have the 2021. Let's just go to last year. So I think it should pop up just right. Yeah. So last year, big year for the IFL. They added in several new teams. One of them didn't even finish the season, that being Louisville. As you see, for those of you watching the video, they're not even on the website anymore. Another team that didn't. Another team, if you notice, if you look at this website, that did not play. We'll get to a bit later, and another one that also was supposed to play but didn't because COVID. The season ended with Arizona once again. And Ben, what does Arizona do best?
Losing championship games at home.
What else?
Choke.
One more thing that fans do very well, that I know you're familiar with.
Rising for your Rattlers.
Close enough. I'll try to say blaming everything on the refs, but sure.
Oh yeah, that too.
But yeah, they lost to the title game to Massachusetts, coming from the NAL, hopping over to that league. Ben, how did your Sharks do last year?
Shut the. It never happened. The season did not happen.
Brilliant. And speaking of seasons that did not happen, I kind of wish last year didn't really happen for the Blizzard. Although I knew the result was going to be very predictable. That was, missing the playoffs, getting swept by Sioux Falls again, no quarterback thanks to Lenore's Footman deciding to hang it up. Although Damian May was good for a couple of weeks, and then Aaron Aiken blew it on opening day against Bismarck, who actually ended up making the playoffs, winning 4 games against the Blizzard. Who finished up? At least we beat Massachusetts. I don't think Sioux Falls did that. Even if Sioux Falls did end up actually, going to the playoffs. And Arizona actually won a home playoff game against Sioux Falls. How about that?
Surprising.
Yeah. I guess we move to one more big news about Sioux Falls. Let me hop into the Discord. By the way, as always, I will leave a link to the 50-yard poop posting Discord, trying to keep swearing out of this. And going on the big news, it's in CIF, Ben, if you want to see what I'm talking about. So your quarterback for the past couple years has been Lorenzo Brown.
Yes.
He is now a member of the Sioux City Bandits of the CIF.
See, that's cool and all, but that's actually just what the government wants you to believe. We'll bring him back.
Probably. Well, at least you guys have Tommy Armstrong from, I think you saw Tommy Armstrong from Nebraska. Well, not Nebraska.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure that that's the best option for us.
True. He didn't play as well last year as he did back in 2019. Let me actually get that roster. Is he? I think he's still their quarterback. I know our quarterback is somebody. Literally just somebody. I have no clue. All I know is that we lost a couple. All we know is that we at least have Bakari Triggs back. Hopefully. So I guess you're wondering why I titled this episode "The Shuffle." Well, every year in the indoor Arena Football League world, teams will move all over the place. Whether they fold, become brand new, hop in and out. Ben, you know all this very, very well.
All too well.
Yes, all too well. Oh, they don't even have him on the roster. Okay, that's interesting. I guess they'll update it soon. Well, where should we start with the shuffle? How about here, Ben? I'm going to ask you a question. You should know the answer to this.
Okay.
What is the only arena football champion to lose their first 10 games?
The Washington Valor.
Yep. And where do the Valor play now?
They play in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. So
Snow Cone Town.
Snow Cone Town, exactly. So I guess we can talk about one of the bigger stories of the offseason. The San Antonio snow cones. Let me put this one right here to give an idea. Find that one. The owner of the San Antonio Valor, not the Washington Valor, San Antonio Valor. I guess someone bought the rights to the Valor franchise, moved him to San Antonio, and and was apparently a snow cone truck operator, not like an owner of like a bunch of trucks, just one truck. Made a big fraud and ended up getting, if I remember correctly, charged or yeah, there you go. He stole snow cones. There you go. Yep, the owner of the San Antonio Valley is found guilty of theft of service. He basically stole the snow cones that he used and lied to the Washington Valor about having their franchise, which brings up even more questions about the NAL's newest franchise. Ben, do you know what they are?
Why am I drawing a blank? I literally looked this up like 20 minutes ago.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, the San Antonio Gunslingers.
Oh, yeah.
So, once again, the NAL is trying to head west. They already have, they already have a core 2 that's been around since they have, of course, Columbus and Jacksonville, which have been around since the first season, the wild first season of the NAL. I missed those. I wish I missed those chats between Monterey and Jacksonville.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Then, of course, we have the Cobra that's still staying alive into 2018. The other ones being the defunct Man Mammoths and the defending IFL champion Massachusetts Pirates, much to the glee of NAL fans.
Yes.
Then, of course, the Pretenders and another franchise from the AFL that actually kept most of their roster from the AFL, with one very notable exception that has been suspended indefinitely.
Pain.
Pain.
Well, now that he's not on my team, I don't care. But
he was your team for a while, though. I will say that. It was your team for a while, at least.
Yeah.
The San Antonio, of course, Tommy Grady, the last quarterback from the AFL era, at least starting it. For those you see, yeah. So Tommy Grady, I guess he went on sort of saying, "Hey, the NAL didn't pay me." 5 minutes later, the NAL suspended him indefinitely. Just suspended him definitely because apparently he complained about not getting paid. How about that? So Tommy Grady's not going to be back under center for Albany, but I do have good news though for Jacksonville.
And what is that?
You got the Frisco Fighters quarterback, and a member, and from he was also from Last Chance U, Malik Henry.
Oh. Well, I mean, that kind of throws a wrench in my plans to attend the open tryout. That wasn't going to happen anyway because I would have been out of town anyway.
True, yeah. But hey, I mean, wait. I thought you had to be 19 to play in the NAL.
Do you? I don't know.
Either way. Spoiler alert.
Either way, I'm 18.
Yeah. There you go. Happy 18th birthday. You are now legally able to vote. Well, once we have an election, anyways. I think. Yeah. The midterms. Yeah, for 2022, which will be way after the seasons. Let me see the next good point. I always get really sidetracked with this. Coffee and I do not mix. I guess we'll go to the next totem pole. The IFL's sister league we just mentioned earlier. The Sioux City. We just mentioned earlier with the Sioux City Bandits. They're sticking around. The Omaha Beef are the defending CIF champions. They beat the Salina Liberty in the CIF Bowl. I think it's called the Champions Bowl. Let me check it. I'll be honest, I do not follow. Yeah, there you go. Champions Bowl 7 between Omaha and Salina. Omaha won it. And this is a league that, notably, has in addition to having a schedule, has something no other league except for the IFL has. Do you know what that is, Ben?
What is that?
More than 6 teams. They have 9.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big accomplishment.
Very big accomplishment. I mean, think about it. Like with the more than 6 teams with the. Let's see, they have the 4 returners. Actually, 5 returners if you count the team you were quote unquote coach of for about I think 2 months. Not officially.
Oh yeah,
the Wyoming
I
Mustangs.
was the coach of the Mustangs.
You were. There's also of course, the Rapid City Marshals. I don't think maybe they were Rapid City, South Dakota. Billings Outlaws. I think they're a new team, or maybe they're from another league. I don't remember them being in the. I think they're from another league. And then of course the Southwest Kansas Storm, which by the way I'm gonna send you their logo, looks straight out of 1999. You're gonna love. Benny, I know you're not a big fan of crazy over the top logos. You're gonna love this one.
Oh boy.
Send it to you. Quick. Hopefully y'all can hear Ben and I'm not talking over him again. Hopefully y'all can hear him. Let me turn his volume up a bit. Don't you just love that beautiful logo, Strad 1999?
It looks more like 2004.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I just got the purple and the teal mixing. I think if that teal and the purple got swapped, then it'd be like 2004. But yeah, that is a beautiful color scheme for this. Another Storm team. Another Storm team. The Southwest Kansas Storm.
Of course.
Yep. And a team which will be my new team for the CIF, and hopefully yours as well. Outside, because I know, it's a beautiful reference to a Will Ferrell movie. Oops, sorry, snipping as always.
Step Brothers.
Unfortunately, it's not a reference to Step Brothers. It's not.
Frick.
I know. It's a pain. I'm sorry. It's a semi-pro. The Topeka Tropics.
I guess that's okay.
It's not Step Brothers.
I want a team that's just prestige worldwide.
Yep. Prestige. Where would they even play? Where would Prestige Worldwide even play?
On a boat.
That brings us to another great league. Ben, I'm glad you actually said that. I kind of. So you remember how last year COVID happened, right? And Amarillo left the CIF, as did West Texas. They left the CIF as well.
Yes, they did.
Remember where they went?
Not really, I don't.
Okay. Well, they have joined up with something called the Lone Star Series. Let me actually get this. I knew I should not have gotten rid of the article. Oh, here we are. Thank you, XFL News Hub, by the way, for this article. I'll leave the link to that in the description if you're interested. It is the American Football Association, and let me just send you that link real quick, Ben. And yes, for these lower leagues, you have to get links from other sites. You can't use their own website because either it doesn't exist or it's extremely riddled up. So I'll let you click on that link. There you go. So the AFA, by the way, if you're wondering why it looks like kind of crusty, it's dark. It's the dark theme on Discord. I am not a light theme user on Discord. But yes, let me find those. Here we are. Their goal, by the way, for the which I should mention, this is a league of mostly just Texas teams. The Texas Venom, the Amarillo Venom, the West Texas Warbler, the Texas Jets, the Amarillo Longhorns, which by the way, yes, or the Arlington Longhorns, by the way, yes, that is just the NFL's Houston Texans logo. So we can chalk that one up to the classic Tampa Bay Tigers category. And the San Antonio Valor Snow Cones.
Snow Cones.
They have a landing spot. That being, of course, in the Arena Football Association. Look, a website that actually looks somewhat good. Oh, look at it. I mean, you see, I'll show you the website. It's for a lower league. This website's it's not just Football Shift again. Here, send a link to that website so you can judge it for yourself, Ben. No, it's not Arena Fan. It's Arena Fa.
Arena Fa.
Arena Fa. By the way, Arena Fan's basically non-existent at this point. It's sad. I've seen the chat, but seriously though, like, Arena Fans there's no point in there anymore. Sorry, guys. On the other team was the by the way that you don't see here. It is the Rio.
Hey, so Target Toad.
Yes, Ben.
When I click on Arena Fa,
oh no,
it kind of gives me an error message.
Oh, is it a weird? It should just be a odd because it works with me on computer. But that could just be a mobile. I assume you're using your phone, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so maybe it's just not a good. Maybe it's just a computer-only website. I haven't seen a computer-only website in a long time. Just well, how about that? Here you go. Key markets. I'll just screen this beautiful screenshot from you. I didn't even realize this. Oh, that's goes straight to the server. I didn't even realize this. You should see it. Oop. Should be able to pre-down. Give it a second. I'm sorry. My internet's a little slow. Is it going? Yeah, it should be going. You have like 8,000 gigs. There you go. Look at the key markets, Ben.
Key markets. All right. Wow. Isn't that something?
Yep. These websites still, none of these websites are finished. But hey, I mean, that's a good thing they have teams from the CIF, the AL West, which, well, Ben, you can use a curse word here. Just describe the AL in one word, if you can.
Shit.
Yeah! I was going to say clusterfuck, but yeah, that's a very good description for the American Arena League, which does have a new CEO, and unfortunately it is not SFL commentator Jack Brown. It is Kevin let me see what I got. Yeah. Kevin O'Hanlon, like Hanlon. I can't pronounce words. So it is no longer Tony Zeffirito. It's a brand new American Arena League, and I think I just need to screen this. Another screening for the chat, of course, and I think this one's in 50YSP, so I'll just send this to you, Ben. Mm-hmm. And yes, I love Snipping Tool.
I can tell.
Oh man, it feels good to be doing. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh well, it's in the chat. It feels good to be doing this with you again. Hopefully, we can do this weekly in the season. I don't get sidetracked by a blue rat. Oh, okay. So I guess we should mention. So the AAL, as we mentioned, has apparently split off into two smaller leagues. One of these leagues is known as the. Let me find it. Oh, okay. Nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it either. There we go. The American Indoor Football Alliance, which currently has Carolina, Pennsylvania, Mississippi, and Lakeland. Well, okay, they call it Tampa Bay. It's a new ownership group from the Cyclones. I mean, a new ownership group from the Tornadoes with a new logo. However, I still think they play in Lakeland. They don't play in the Tampa Expo Hall like they were supposed to pre-COVID. That being the Tornadoes, by the way. Oh, right, the team's logo is not showing up. Why else would it? All these sites, if you don't notice, they look so similar. They use the same website for making their thing, known as Football Shift. The only exception, well, the only two exceptions I should say, is the Arena FA, which we showed, and the IFL, the big boy, the remaining big boy of the indoor football world. And as I will move on to the other half of it, which I can only find from of all things, the Pennsylvania Union's Facebook. Who, by the way, Mr. Brown, they have not learned how to crop out yet. Oh, they have a new logo now with a skull. So that's something. It's this, I can't really send it, but it's this very crusty interview with Thomas Davis and the side owner, oh, sorry, I guess Facebook disagrees with me, and the, another owner named Tony Moss of the Charlotte Thunder. So I guess the Penn Union, even though they are said to be in one league, not UAL, you don't, I don't even know what teams you have at this point. Nobody does. There's Elite Indoor Football, are now part of the, there we are, originally part of the American Arena Football Indoor Alliance, and are now part of this new league, the Arena Professional Football League. So that's a cluster mess as always. And one last league, the most stable of these smaller leagues, surprisingly enough, even though it's just a league start off but to get Idaho some free wins, has now turned to a stable league. On the West Coast, something I did not think we would see a couple of years ago, is a West Coast league. And Ben, I'll just send you the team list. We have our friend, one of the newer members. Oh, I keep thinking this is the PM with you. It's not. Let me delete that. I keep thinking it's the PM with you. It's the UISP chat. All right, I'll send you the league. The league. Okay. Which is being the American West Football Conference. Which, although it's still basically mainly a one-team league, is stabilized with a solid 6 teams up and down the West Coast. One of them had to move out of the way, or at least rebrand, for a very important reason. Ben, I'm going to ask you a question, which if you answer incorrectly, I will immediately end this chat and replace you with me.
Okay.
Who is the 2020 IFL champions?
San Diego Strike Force.
Thank you for answering correctly. They're back. The Strike Force are back. They are back in town. They are ready to go, and they are without Jihad Vircher. So they might be a competitive roster this year.
Yay. I hope so.
I hope so. Yes. Hey, I mean, yeah, they still have Marquez. I guess they don't. I guess the roster isn't fully updated yet. For the team. But yeah, the San Diego Strike Force owned by Roy Choi, the only team I believe still owned by Roy Choi. I think Bay Area is owned by somebody else now. That being the Bay Area Panthers, a team that it was supposed to be the Oakland Panthers. And on 2 years ago today, I made a video mocking them and the Tampa Bay Tigers, who are part of the EIF. That of course being. I wonder if I start streaming this for fans so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try that one. Hopefully you can see what I'm looking at, Ben. Just to get an idea of Okay, just so you get an idea of what I'm looking at. That way you don't get completely lost out of the way, because a lot of this stuff's more visual cues that I am completely glossing over. The EIF still somewhat exists. It has been two teams: Southern Steam.
Yeah.
And now the Reading Raptors, who made it the best kind of way to introduce yourself to a new league. Find it. You're just gonna see this endless void of stuff.
I've seen the Southern Steam's home arena. I've been there.
You have? Seriously? How is it?
Well, I only saw their field for about 5 minutes because I went there to go ice skating because it's at an ice and sports place. Huh. And the field is a lot smaller than an indoor football field.
Oh, is it like the New Year's Streets 38 yards of indoor action?
That's what it looks like. That's pretty much. Yeah.
You got a pic of it? Because I've never... My only knowledge of the Southern Steam is that they were once called the Savannah Steam. I think that was them. And they just kind of league hop, basically. Where they go from the AAL to their own thing.
Yeah, that was them.
Independent. Okay, you got the... Wait, you got the image? Did you post the image, or... Oh, sorry.
I didn't get a picture of it when I was there.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Alright, well, maybe it's... Okay, trying to think, sorry.
But it was basically just a gymnasium with turf in it.
Let me check something. Okay, sorry. I just paused to make sure I was still recording. We are still recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I just paused for a second to make sure we were still recording. We were.
That's good.
Yes, that is good because I think we actually had that one of the episodes where I didn't realize I hit record wrong, and ended up not recording part of it.
Sick.
Very sick. Which, unfortunately, another member of the 50YSP Discord server, that being our good friend Holt Crouton, unfortunately currently is sick for COVID, so hopefully he can get better soon. Hopefully he can feel better soon and get through the disease. Hopefully he can, disease goes through him, doesn't hurt him too much, leaves, and he's back, and he's good. Healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me find the next. Now, the next up, let me put this up real quick. Oops. Yeah, let me get my folder. Nope, wrong one. Documents. Wait, right, I forgot I put it in desktop. So as I open up a certain something we will get to shortly, that being the 2022 IFL schedule in full. Please tell me this actually. Okay, good. I had it good. Okay, make sure I just load it up. Let's talk about a team that has not done much of anything since announcing several years ago. A team that has, well, not exactly been honest, not exactly been playing. That being the Columbus Wild Dogs. Now, Ben, what's your opinion of the Wild Dogs? I want to get your general opinion as I bring up...
Oh, boy.
Ben, all of you have the floor on this while I look up some stuff. I'm going to turn off the screen share so you can just think about this beautiful team as I try to find their jerseys. Because I know you love their uniforms. I'll put it up on screen.
The Columbus Wild Dogs are nothing but a... Oh, yeah, no, those are horrible. I hate Columbus uniforms.
Yeah, let me bring
Sorry,
my internet. By the way, for those of you that are unable, that do not know what I'm talking about, I'm fine. Here we are. For those of you on screen, these are the uniforms. Ben, you can see this. Am I still? Okay, I am. Good. Look at these uniforms. Now, I like dumb stuff from the 90s, like these Wild Dog shoulders, but that's all we've seen of them since 2019. This is all we have of the Columbus Wild Dogs. Right here. These very hit and miss at best jerseys.
I would argue that they're never going to play.
Oh, no, they won't. Because, for once, big news did not happen 10 minutes after we finished recording. It happened a day before we started recording. So, this is from the Fox 28 affiliate, I believe, in Columbus, Ohio. I'll just read off the article. I'll leave a link to this as well. So, the company that operates the Columbus Wild Dogs indoor football team cut the ties with the team owners. So, as far as we know... let me take this. So, yeah. As far as we know, a separate company that was operating the Columbus Wild Dogs has severed their ties with the Germain family, not German, Germain, that currently owns the Frisco Fighters, who recently hired Spokane coach Billy Back. So congrats to them. And this, so I guess a little backstory on the let me get a little timeline on the Wild Dogs. So in 2019, the Columbus Destroyers came back for 1 year in the Arena Football League. They finished at least 2-10 or 3-9 in that year, but they were a solid attendance, pretty good. But of course, it was the last year of the Arena League, so they were gone because the Arena League folded up in 2019. Well, Ben, what sum up my entire experience with the Arena League in just one sentence? You don't have to go with the full diatribe. I know you know the quote to the whole thing, but just say the 6 left.
The winningest team in Arena Football League history won't be around next season.
Yep, that was the Storm in 2017. Now the winningest league in Arena Football in Indoor Football League history. The Arena Football League, of course, they stopped being around 2 years ago. Then COVID happened, so nothing happened there. The Wild Dogs announced they're going to play in 2021, in 2019, and said they were going to honor season tickets from the 2020 Columbus Destroyers. That never came. Of course, then COVID happened. So then moving on to 2021, the season played out well, with the exception in the AIFL, with the notable exception, as you can see from this website, that being no lack of a 12th team. The Louisville Extreme, originally slated for the NAL, shuffled around to the IFL, got left after like a couple of weeks because they couldn't pay anything. And rather than just drag a league franchise around, they just said, fine, we'll just have some teams play up to 3 less games than other teams, as you see right here with Bismarck playing 15, Iowa and Spokane only playing 12. My gosh, they only play 15. And of course, Naz, just being Naz. Well, we reached the 30-minute mark, cool. Then moving on to this year, Columbus, supposed to play again. They delayed till 2023. And now, they're probably never going to play. You know a league that's also never played? That I'm about to say? And... Ben, Ben? When you look at the dictionary definition of a combine scheme, what do you end up with?
NGO.
Thank you. And that combine scheme, yes. Oh! For those of you who don't know what, this is an error message. The NationalGridiron.com unexpectedly closed the connection. The site cannot be reached. Wait, what is this? Oh no, that's the wrong league. That's the wrong organization. Oops. That is the wrong one. I had to find the American one. Here we go. National Gridiron League, Wikipedia, United States of America. NationalGridiron.com. It is their website. Oh my gosh, it actually works. Oh, now they're called the United Football League. What? What? They're an outdoor league now. Never mind. Oh, hey, look, a $0 playout try-in in Atlanta. Yeah, this league is a mess. It's never gonna play. They're trying to bring back the United Football League from the early 2010s.
Poop Fest.
What'd you say? Yes, Poop Fest is a very good name for it. Oh my gosh, they use Football Shift. They use the same website thing as all this, but look. It's got all these teams we've been talking about for years. Not a single one has ever played. Right next to this bunch, right about here, in between Atlanta, Baton Rouge, and in between I cannot spell. In between Chicago and Houston should be a slot for the Columbus Wild Dogs. Because the Wild Dogs are never going to play. In other words, the Columbus Wild Dogs are basically an NGL team.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're never going to play. So, that happens. Let me find a good place to circle back around to the good leagues. Well, all three of them. And yes, I did say 3. No, Ben, I did warn you about the NGL take, but I have another hashtag hot take that I think is going to surprise you. You may I think the CIF is better than the NAL.
It's starting to look that way. I'm not going to disagree with you, but not yet.
Okay. So what do you so I guess we can go before we go on to the main topic we want to go over. Yeah, we've been rambling off 30 minutes about the other stuff in this league before we get on to the big boy, that being the IFL, the clear number 1 at this point.
Yeah.
That big boy being, so what do you think it would take for the CIF to get better than the NAL? Or what do you think is separating NAL from the CIF at this point?
You buffered there. I could not hear what you just said.
My internet's doing the toilet. I'm not on the toilet, my internet's doing the toilet. It means, not exactly working like it's supposed to. So what do you... Okay, I'll ask it again. What do you think separates the NAL from the CIF? I'll just type it out in case.
Former AFL teams playing in bigger markets. That's what separates them. That's it.
Okay. I can definitely give you that. I think the smallest market, the IFL, that this league had would be Columbus, Georgia, which is about as big as the largest market, actually, which, with the exception of maybe Omaha, is probably about as big as the other markets in the CIF. I'll give you that one. Oh, hey, I just realized the Omaha Beef's phone number is literally just beef. 402-346 beef.
Wow.
Huh. Sorry. What I think though is, although the NAL obviously does play in bigger markets and has bigger name teams, like obviously again Jacksonville and Albany immediately come to mind, and of course this beautiful desecration of the Orlando Predators. They are not the real Predators; they're the fake Predators. They're pretenders. What I think separates them, honestly, is something very, very simple. Ben, what month is it currently?
It is currently December.
When do indoor seasons usually start playing? When do these indoor leagues when do they usually start playing?
In the spring, usually around April.
Okay, about April. For comparison, Ben, when does the NFL schedule usually come out? The big league, the one you see on TV every Sunday in the fall.
Usually comes out, it used to be April, but now they do it every May. Okay,
so April, May, season starts September, it's about a 3-month layaway, and they're already selling tickets in advance, and the NFL is 100-something years to get themselves ready. But, it's fine. It's not fair to compare these lower leagues to the NFL, and that's fine, although I know the NAL kind of thinks of it sometimes, and a lot of these leagues try to compare themselves to that. Something the NAL does not currently have?
I mean, I can think of a lot of things the NAL currently does not have.
How about just specifically for the 2022 season?
For the 2022 season?
Yeah, just something a big thing every league has. We've been talking about for the last 3 minutes that the NAL does not have. Leagues even the ABA 2K has.
6 teams?
I was gonna say a schedule. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to stream it to him, but maybe that's clogging up the internet. Here, let me actually turn that down. Let me actually stop streaming it for Ben. So, let me get this going. What the CIF does have, though, actually I'll go back to their main site just so you can kind of see it, is a fully functional and ready to go schedule. Something as simple as a schedule. Now, Ben, when we had our first ever podcast, remember what that was about?
That was about the schedule of the, wasn't it about the schedule of the IFL?
It was, the 2020 IFL that, of course, got but mostly canceled due to COVID, except for, of course, the championship game between San Diego and Bismarck, of which we have determined San Diego is the champion, although the fake champions, where are they? The fake champions, the Quad City Steamrollers, are back after a 1-year hiatus, to compete with San Diego and I guess Bay Area as well for their title of the 2020 IFL champions. But you know what can never be competed for? One thing these two teams never have. Something that the NAL okay. I guess I'll spit it out now since I stopped streaming this for you since you can't really see it. The Las Vegas Nighthawks, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, that new NHL team, they're throwing their hat into the arena ring.
Well, that's going to be something.
I think this is a really huge deal now that oh my gosh, that map is horrifically outdated. Sorry, it shows the IFL map from 2 years ago, where it has the danger still. Oh, and the Cedar Rapids River King, which we now know is a GoDaddy site.
Yay.
So that's right, the Vegas Nighthawks, owned by the Las Vegas Golden Knights, are going to be joining the IFL. So Vegas, this time with actual monetary backing, not the fly-by-night operations of the Vegas Outlaws or the Las Vegas Sting or the Las Vegas Gladiators. No, a big-time actual attempt at a spring league football in Las Vegas, out inside once again. I think it's gonna be good.
I do too.
Yeah. And now we can get on to what I really want to talk about today, and this I will actually be streaming again. I did send you the file earlier. Let me go to screen. Applications. Where is it? Thought I had my applications up. Okay, I guess screens. Nope. Go back here. Go live. Okay. The Indoor Football League's 2022 schedule. 19 weeks. Everyone has 3 buys, and it begins like
wow.
Yes, the beautiful Excel file. And now as I knock out all these lower leagues that I will fully admit we will not be talking much about. I think that, to be honest, I don't think we're going to talk much about the AWFC just because we both live in Florida. They're out in Pacific Northwest, although they're probably been pretty stable. AFA, they're from Texas, other than laughing at the Arlington Longhorns logo. And I guess Texas Jets, because their logo literally was just like the New York Jets logo, but with Texas on it. And outside of that, we're not going to be seeing them. We are not drawing on the screen. Let me move this out of the way. I forgot you can do that now in Screencast-O-Matic. The American Football Alliance, which we have no clue about. The Elite Indoor Football, which is just 2 teams, Reading and Southern. The AAL, which we don't even know if they're going to play next year, or what teams they even have still. The Pennsylvania Union, which are just a joke. By the way, the reason I brought them up earlier, the Texas FA, they want to play a game on the USS Lexington, a decommissioned aircraft carrier. So that's what I mentioned, playing a game on a boat.
Isn't that going to be something?
I don't think they're going to get to do it, but that would be awesome if they did. They play a football game on an active aircraft carrier. NFL's never done that.
I agree.
NAL never played an MSG like Bushi wanted. Oh, at least they got the streets. None of that. No local Fox 28. No ugly Columbus jerseys. No fake UAL. We're done looking at the CIF today, but they are a competent league. Kind of boring in that they're not a complete cluster fluff. They're somewhat competently run, which is crazy to say for this level. The NAL, which still doesn't have a schedule in mid-December, or that's early December. Sioux Falls Storm been to there, been to the Strike Force coming back, the Vegas Golden Knights, and now to bring up the IFL 2021 schedule, the IFL 2022 schedule, and it all starts with the Massachusetts Pirates, the defending champion Massachusetts Pirates, hosting the other Steve Germain team, the Frisco Fighters. We are 3 months away from that. And now I go back to the Excel. And this season wraps up 19 weeks later. On July 16th with an 18 playoff bracket and something I have desperately wanted. You know what that is, Ben? Something that I don't think IFL has actually shown.
No, what would that be?
Conference alignment.
That would be amazing.
They have
agree
it.
with you. That's true.
The IFL has conferences now. It's not too complicated. It's just a simple East-West split. Well, I guess Midwest and I guess a simple Midwest and here, let me go to news. It's a simple Midwest and By the way, the Glads have a new head coach.
Yes, they do.
The Dave and Buster Duke City Gladiators. Let me find that. So the 2022 schedule is officially out. Somebody notice, I believe. Look at that. Someone said the IFL is separating into two conferences with a top four from each conference will qualify for the playoffs. And the conferences, as I should bring them up. I think the IFL is good to sell the team map thing. Oh, they don't. Crud. I guess I'll have to go to Wikipedia for this. WIKIP. As you know me, always perpetually unprepared. Wikipedia. Yes, I use Wikipedia as a resource. I'm out of college, so I can do that now. I finished from college, so I can officially use Wikipedia as a source.
I used Wikipedia as a source on one thing that I had to turn in for a final, and I got 100 on that.
Well, I mean, oh, here, perfect. The map. That's not what I meant. So right here, I'll just get a simple. I'll use the drawing tool. Wait. Oop, that is not what I meant to do. There. No. Put a simple line. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 6. There we go. It's a simple split. We have a Midwestern Conference with Frisco, Bismarck, your favorite team, the Fake Storm, Iowa, Quad City, Green Bay, and Massachusetts, and west of Spokane, Bay Area, the Bay Area Panthers, formerly owned by Marshawn Lynch. Also, of course, the Vegas Golden Knight. Sorry, I keep wanting to call them the hockey team name. The Vegas Nighthawks, San Antonio Strike Force, the Naz Wranglers, should have been the Chuck Wallace, the Tucson Sugar Skulls, Duke City Gladiators, and of course, Rise for your Rattlers. As I will exit out of this drawing mode. Exit drawing. Speaking of the Rattlers, they kick off their season, week 2, in a rematch of the best playoff game from last year. That was when they host the Duke City Gladiators. In week 2, that'll be a good game. Ben, I gave you a chance. Have you had a chance to look over the schedule too much yet?
I have been briefly glancing over it, but I have not looked a ton over it.
Okay. Is there any game you're looking forward to? Like, you can think of any game you think would be a really, really good game. Just if you could think of one.
Every single Sioux Falls Storm game. More specifically, anytime they play Iowa, because I want them to just whoop up on them.
Well, of course. I mean, you cannot in the 4 game. Of course, they play Iowa 4 times, but you cannot let Dayquil beat you.
We won't. In fact, we'll make Dayquil want to quit football. So
yeah,
there's that.
That too. Actually, no, wait. I think Dayquil went to Tucson now. Never mind. Let's see when we play.
Well-
Let me see when we play. Oh, hey, we play twice. We only play. I guess that's another thing we should mention. As always with the IFL scheduling, it's a complete mess. It's not as bad as it was in 2020 or last year, but it's still kind of a mess. Seeing how, you have, using Sioux Falls as an example, they play against Iowa and Quad City. They play against Iowa and Quad City, Iowa 4 times, Quad City 3 times, and their only game against the teams from the Pacific Conference, that being the official name of the Western Conference, is one game, literally one game, against the Bay Area Panthers at home. They don't play Spokane. Their entire schedule is just Bismarck, Quad City, Iowa, Green Bay, and a game against Frisco. Oh, never mind. They do have NAS at the end of the year. They do have NAS at the end of the year.
NAS.
Yep, NAS. But hey, I mean, the IFL schedule is fully developed. Hey, every team has the same amount of games for once. Every team has the same amount of games.
I mean, that's normally how it's supposed to go.
Not in the IFL. I mean, I think the last time they had that was before they had it was 2018 when they only had 6 teams.
Pretty sure they had it in 2019.
Oh yeah, they did, right. It's just 2020, even before COVID, and then last year, of course, especially with Louisville, very fly by night, which is not a good thing. It's typical, but not good. Fly by night. This year they don't have any fly by nights. We have
As far as we know.
Yeah, as far as we know, among the 13 organizations, among the 15 playing organizations, the only one I really see is quote unquote fly by night or kind of skeevy is NAS. And maybe Bay Area, which I'm no clue how Bay Area exists. I still have no clue how they exist. How Bay Area is back.
There's just a football team in the Bay Area.
True. Now, hopefully at a later date when the rosters are all fleshed out, I would like to do a game by game, at least a standard prediction a preseason prediction breakdown with you. But I think for now, until the NAL announces their schedule, and let's see, I'll probably get this upload by 8 o'clock tonight. So, give or take a good 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
No. But basically, hopefully we can reconvene in podcast form when the NAL finally releases their schedule of 6 teams. Hopefully, with San Antonio actually playing their games, and the NAL would have randomly find Tampa Bay Cyclones or something, or merge with the UAL, which by the way, F's in the chat for the UAL, they're gone. Which that was Peach State, Florida, not Florida, but the inspiration for the Florida Dogs, that being the Georgia Lena Lions, and
it wasn't an inspiration.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, I always kind of thought it was.
Kentucky and a curse.
Oh, I forgot about them. Also, apparently Kentuckiana and Indianapolis Enforcers, the coach we accidentally crank called during the Leap Day stream a couple years ago. I guess a year and a half. Oh gosh, a year and a half ago. I feel so crazy. I think that was almost only 2 years ago that all this whole. Oh my gosh. I'm getting nostalgic about early COVID. Oh man. But anyways, thank you for listening to my rambling, Ben. Thank you for joining in with me.
Yes, anytime.
Of course. And I am TT. He's the QB. Signing out. Have a wonderful evening and a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, have a great Kwanzaa. If you celebrate, I think Ramadan's this time of year. If you celebrate Ramadan, have a great Ramadan. Have a wonderful New Year, and we will see you whenever the NAL decides to poop their schedule out.
Yeah.